Alright, I'm in the movie theater parking lot again. I just got out of seeing Shelby Oaks. This film was actually really creepy. I was surprised. Like, I watch a lot of horror movies. It takes a lot to really creep me out. Also, maybe it helped. I was in the theater by myself. Definitely kind of made this a creepy watch. This movie is doing relatively well at the box office. I just think the theater was empty because it's Wednesday night. It's kind of a late showing. But yeah, there's a few jump scares in the movie. A couple of them I felt were earned. A couple of them felt a little cheap, I'll be honest. But there's also just some genuinely creepy moments in here too. Some stuff that kind of made my heart race a little bit. I think the film starts out slow and it really gains momentum. It also kind of gets creepier as it goes on, which I think is good because I didn't lose interest. I really didn't know what to expect from Chris Stuckman as a filmmaker, but he really gets the creepy shit. I would say this is a really good first time effort. Obviously he's made short films and stuff in the past, but this is a good first feature. I have seen way worse. Makes me really excited to see what he's gonna do next. Definitely want another horror film from Stuckman. There's some good atmosphere here too. The movie is a little dark. I know like all movies nowadays are super dark. This is no different. That's my only real complaint in terms of how the film looks. Other than that, it's beautifully shot. So it kind of starts with this like found footage aspect. I thought the found footage stuff was fine, but it very much felt like an independent film, which I like, but it's like obviously a method used to save money. And the film kind of has a late title sequence, which I really love when movies do that. I thought when that title sequence hit though, this movie really picked up for me. I also thought it was good timing. Even though the film's only 90 minutes long, it's kind of a simple horror film, but switching up the genre like halfway through like that kind of made it not a slog to get through or anything like that, you know? Made the film feel shorter in my opinion, but in a good way. I don't think it's the best writing I've seen all year or anything like that. I really didn't see too many glaring issues outside of like maybe one or two lines. I thought the script was generally fine for a horror film at least. And you know, as someone who's seen almost every single horror film that's come out this year, I have to say this is on the better end of those films. There's definitely more good in here than bad. Also, I feel bad because I don't know the lead actress's name, but she was really good. This film definitely feels influenced by things like Blair Witch Project. It wears its influences on its sleeve, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's something that's kind of fun about the film. You know, Chris Stuckman clearly loves movies, and when you get a filmmaker that really loves movies, their movie tends to reflect that, if that makes sense. So yeah, this kind of felt like a movie for horror fans. I don't think everyone's gonna love this movie. I'm sure there's people that are gonna be harder to please. There might be people that are a little overly critical too. You know, Chris Stuckman was a critic and now he's a filmmaker, so he's on the other end now. I think people kind of want to stick it to him. But I really liked this movie. You know, I don't know if it'll necessarily be in my top 10 of the year or anything like that. But for a first time feature film, I thought it was really solid. You know, this one kind of had me going. I'm not easy to scare. The whole film isn't scary. I would say there's even cheesier moments in here too. But the moments that work really work. There's also a couple of small cameos in here from people that Stuckman's clearly a fan of, but I'm a fan too. I love to see it. No spoilers here or anything, but I could see some people not loving the ending. I didn't hate it, but I don't think it had quite the strong effect that Stuckman wanted it to have. I was kind of just like, yeah. I certainly didn't know how the film was going to end, but I knew something was coming, you know what I mean? You know, the very end of the film, you kind of feel like it's teeing up for something. And I don't know, I like what Stuckman was going for with the ending. I just don't know if it really worked on me. But again, didn't hate it. But yeah, I definitely recommend you seeing this film, especially in theaters. In the Letterboxd 5-star review scale, I'd probably give it 3.5 stars. Just for me personally, that's where it sits. Maybe this film will scare you too, maybe it won't. But regardless, I just enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed seeing this on the big screen. But yeah, that's Shelby Oaks, guys. Go check it out. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.